Hey, everyone, it's JenzTEN96 and today is day 17. What are we going to be talking about today? Now, I have just come through a workshop. You probably see my eyes are a bit teary and I'm a bit jittery like this. Just been through a workshop with a demonstration of EFT, which is my favorite modality for helping to clear trauma. I'm an EFT master, so when I'm working with my clients and coaching them through whatever they're going through to get unstuck, to then go towards their North Star, their goals, their dreams, their heart's desires, whether it's business, relationships, it's around money, their work life, whatever it is. EFT is the main tool that I use, and I've been introduced just recently over the last 2 years to internal family systems, IFS, which is a modality of looking at the aspects of yourself, the various aspects, the various identities that you have. Remember I don't know if you saw the one of the other videos where I was talking about. Oh my God, I'm still a bit jittery from going through that session. It was really profound. Tears came. I was yawning a lot. It was just like a lot of release. It was just an amazing session. Anyway, so you might recall I was talking about the identity that you subconsciously hold of yourself is how you operate in the world. But there are different identities for different situations that we put ourselves into. And the IFS system is looking at those aspects, those parts of you, those identities of you, and seeing how they're running your life, seeing how they're looking after keeping you safe. Because none of them are really bad, but they operate to hold you back from being put into a dangerous situation. So they're always operating. So the idea is to look at the parts and speak to them, bring them to the fore, have a conversation with them, and then tell them that just take a back seat here. Take a back seat. We don't really need you right now. Let's stop you from performing in that area. When we need you, we will call back on you again, but not right now. It's very interesting modality. Anyway, I've just come through that workshop session explaining how to blend IFS with EFT, which I've actually been doing for the last couple of years anyway, but it's showing a methodology of how to actually do it effectively. So I've just come through that. So I'm a bit like, oh gosh, this is just really profound. Anyway, the actual parts I was working with was the get up and go person who is on it, let's make it happen, blah 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 blah, because we don't want you to be unhealthy and sick and whatever. So come on, get going. And the polarity person, which was no, don't go there today. No, just procrastinate. It's fine. Just chill. It's going to be okay. You don't want to put yourself in danger. So those are the two parts I was actually working with in that particular session, and it's really we shifted a lot with that. But what I wanted to talk about was in Iconic today. We were doing something very similar. The identity that actually you navigate with in your life and your business, and it's particularly around your branding. Now, my main one was the people pleaser, the person who is always putting others first, always looking, I'm the good girl, look at me, look how good I am. I'm going to go above and beyond because you're worth it more than I am. So therefore, I'm going to please you rather than please myself. My stuff can be put to one side. I want to make sure that you're looked after and everything's done for you because I'm unworthy. I'm not loved. I'm useless. So let me show you how good I am. Let me show you I am a good girl and I can do these things. I'm going to seek your approval. So I'm going to please you, the people pleaser. Yeah. So looking at that aspect of me and going through this JenzTEN96, it's really showing me that actually I'm no longer allowing that persona to be identity to be coming to the fore, because I tell you why. Yesterday, I was talking about some comments and followers and watchers of my podcast have made certain suggestions, and I brought some of them to the fore yesterday in my video. But what I noticed was it was not every single thing that everybody said that they wanted and they could be improved or they'd like me to do. I didn't put everything in, which is probably a first for me, because it'd be like, oh my gosh, this person has said that, so I better do this. Oh, and that person has said this, so I better make sure this, and I've got to look good, and I've got to make it look really cool and do what they say. And I didn't. What I did was I looked at everything that everyone brought forward and commented on, and I thought, I'm going to use that, but I'm not going to use that. That's a good idea. Let me have a go at that and see if it works for me. But no, that one isn't going to work at all, because that's not what I'm about. That's not what. So I was very much more discerning about how I comply to people's requests. So that's definitely a shift in me with this journey, because I would not have been so discerning before. I'd be like, oh my God, look at me. I've got to make it look good. No, this is my show. And if I want certain things to happen in the show, then I will. And if I don't, I won't. And this is all part of being bold and audacious and authentic and vulnerable. This is the journey I'm putting myself on in front of the world to say, hey, no longer people pleasing, no longer doing what is expected, no longer fitting into the cultural norms, no longer fitting into the societal norms. Neither. I'm going to be authentically me, and warts and all. If I'm doing my ums and ahs, or if I'm doing whatever it is I'm doing as me, then I'm completely happy with that. Very happy with that. And I expect to see improvement over time, because I'll be practicing, I'll be making my improvements, I'll be watching the videos back, I'll be adding, more of the fancy things, like the intros and the outros, the way that I want them. I'll be interviewing people, the people that I want to interview, regardless or not if they're anything to do with my program or anything to do with a current affairs topic, anything to do with that. I'll be choosing people to come on to be interviewed because it's something that I'm interested in them, about them and their topic. So it's not, oh gosh, it's going to be all about coaching, it's going to be all about health and well-being, because I've got to bring those people in. No, it's going to be what I fancy. Okay, so this is the podcast side of things. In the other side of my YouTube channel, is going to be much more business focused on my business. But this JenzTEN96 is going to be, hey, this is me riffing, doing my thing, yeah, and just see where we end up in 3 years' time. So that's all I have to say about that for now. Okay. Let's do a recap on yesterday's question 3. What do you want to have? And I've decided as well that I'm going to continue to give that day's grace, because I believe that these topics are well worth digging deep into. So it's not a race to, oh my God, what's the next question? What's the next question? What's the next question? No, it is, I'm posing the question. I'm going to give you my take on it, and then you have time to then reflect and ponder and journal on it. Because today I'm not going to be, going into question 4. We'll just have a little deep dive on it. And really, with the question 3, as I said yesterday, it is a chance for you to really dig deep into what do you really, really want to have. Because yesterday I noticed that I said, would I have a Bentley, or would I travel first class, and would I pay the money? And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Money is no object. This is my dream. This is my space to dream and think big and think bold and be audacious. So why am I limiting myself in front of everybody else, and I'm telling them to go bold. I'm telling you guys to go bold and audacious, and yet I'm thinking, oh, would I spend the money? Would I do this? Would I do that? No, 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 no. Just forget all of that. Forget I said all of that. I would spend the money. If I had the money, I would spend the money, because I would have so much of it. It would be, okay, let's make it happen. Because at the end of the day, those girls, those flight attendants, the guys, they are being paid from my money to be on that flight to provide that service. And when they're done, they're going to go home with a bunch of money to provide food on the table, roof over their head, and have a lifestyle that they would love to have too. So me holding back on my money, and if I've got all of it, if I'm going to hold back on that, they're going to be deprived of earning money. It's like somebody said to me some time ago that, you have to think about the people who make the Ferrari. Ferrari is a beautiful car, and it's really expensive, in excess of $250,000 or pounds or whatever. Now, who would spend that kind of money on a car which takes you from A to B, just like a little old banger would take you from A to B? But that's not the point. The point is, it's providing income for the people who create that vehicle, and they love to create that vehicle. The designer spent time creating that vehicle, the people who tested that vehicle, the people who painted that vehicle, the people who spent time on perfecting the engine and the stitching and the steering and all of that kind of stuff. Those people, each of those people are earning money from that vehicle, from producing that vehicle. So you're not spending the money on that vehicle is depriving someone or a bunch of people income. So if you think of it in those terms, that Ferrari is probably providing like 10,000 people income so that they can put food on their table, a roof over their head, and they're actually doing something that they really enjoy. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it. They'd probably find some other job to do. Yeah. So me thinking small is not helping anybody. So do the same thing for your own self. Think about having all the money in the world, having the time, the money, everything, all the resources that you need to have whatever you choose, and continue. And maybe go back over your list, because I'm going to go back over my list as well and really think about what would I have if I had the chance to have everything, anything in the world. I would go back. I'm going to go back and rewrite that, okay? And dig deep. This is your heart's desires. What are you denying yourself? And what's the knock-on effect of you denying yourself? If you don't spend the money, if you don't have the thing, if you weren't being your audacious self, who's going to suffer with you not being audacious yourself? So think about that. Okay, right. Now, talking about being audacious, right now, it's me being audacious in terms of going to get my car on Saturday. So in this country, if you think about buying a car, you're going to have to double whatever you think you're going to pay for in any other country. I think I suggested this yesterday, because of the import tax on vehicles. Costa Rica doesn't, they don't make their own vehicles, so they have to import everything. So I had to really dig deep and think, okay, would I spend the money to buy this car? I'm living in this country, so therefore I have to do what it takes to buy the car, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go on Saturday and get my Toyota RAV4 and then drive it all the way back. It's going to be a 5-hour drive to bring it back from San Jose, to go across the country, go to the ferry, bring it onto the ferry, and then bring it all the way back here. So that's going to be a bit of a mission as well. So and all on my own, because I don't know anyone who I would even ask to come with me, because it's taking a flight from here to from Cabana to San Jose International, and then taking a cab to get to the place, to pick up the car, to sign everything over, and then drive it all the way back. That's going to take a day. So I would not like to ask anyone to come with me to just pick up the vehicle, because that's all they would be doing, to just be with me. So I'm going to do this trip on my own. And I know the angels and my ancestors and the guides will be protecting me on the way. If it's meant to be, it will be. So that's me being audacious. Look at me taking some plane to go and get my car. Oh my God, that's so ridiculous. Because normally you just pop down into Lewisham and find the nearest car, or anywhere in central London around London to buy the nearest car at the nearest bargain, bring it home. Anyway, what else? Still got my notebook. Yeah. What else am I going to talk today about? I think I'm done, actually. There's nothing else I would like to talk about. Oh yeah, I've done the people pleasing thing. One thing I realized with Lee Simmons 1096 is he really goes deep into talking about feelings and really, thoughts, and he's very eloquent with his words as well. And so when I listen to his podcast, I think, yeah, I could go deep like that. I can, really affect people's emotions and, bring out my wonderful words and thoughts and my thinking and ponderings. What I realized was I do that when I'm writing, when I write my blogs. Oh, by the way, if you want to actually look at my website, I'm actually putting it back together now. So I've got, I think, about 8 of my blogs back up there now. So you can go and read them. It's life-change.me if you want to look at my website, life-change.me, or my name, Jennifer Beaumont-Whyte, WHYTE.com, if you want to look at my website and look at my blog. It's all being rebuilt and reconfigured, but the blogs are being put back there. And I've noticed with my writing, I do write in a deep way. I really go deep and I express my feelings and my thoughts when I'm writing. When I'm actually speaking, I'm not so much doing that. I'm not pondering so much because I think, I have to have something to say to impart to you. Otherwise, you guys are going to get bored. Whereas with Lee, he doesn't tend to bore me. It's very interesting how he puts things together and holds the audience, holds his, you're sort of captured with what you're saying. Oh, I have to think about that. Anyway, enough of me going on tonight. Enough of me riffing tonight. So we'll be back tomorrow with question 4. And if you guys have got anything to say about, how you're getting on with question 3, 1, 2, or 3, any questions you got for me, please put it in the comments. Thank you guys for sharing what you're sharing and commenting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, and thank you for sharing. And this is me, Jen, signing off from JenzTEN96. I didn't say 1066. Hey, JenzTEN96, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye.